Good evening and welcome to this Tuesday, October 8th Planning Commission meeting. There are 4 action items on the agenda this evening. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes.
Is there any questions or comments, concerns?
No.
Do I have a first?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Or a motion, sorry. And a second, thanks. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. First action item, consideration to approve side yard for 3136 Vanacker Drive.
Mark Augustin at 3136 Vanacker Drive has submitted an application for a side yard setback variance from 10 feet to 8 feet to build another garage structure. The lot is currently described as Pine Acres Lots 8 through 9, Block 2, Black Hills Meridian, City of Sturgis, Meade County, South Dakota. The variance consideration criteria is listed. If you wish for me to read that, I can. Otherwise, I'm going to skip down to the property is zoned Mobile Home 1. Signage was placed on the property September 3rd, 2024. 27 landowner response forms went out. 6 were returned with approval, 1 denial, and 1 unclaimed. And Mark is here to answer any questions that you may have.
Hi, Mark. Can you come up there and, yeah, make sure that green button's on and state your name into the microphone.
Okay,
You're
my name is Mark Augustin.
Hey, good evening. I guess the first big question is, why does it need to be 8 feet from the line?
Because if you see on the site plan where it says new building, and you see the 24 by 24 foot garage, to be able to, the doors of the shop are going to be facing the garage, so there's not enough room to get the vehicles in and out. It's going to be really, really tight. And I have there's a well on the property as well, and it's a hardship to, if the building was more over 2 more feet.
Is this the green pipe sticking out of the ground? Okay.
And the other thing is just an unimproved quarter of an acre that I really can't do anything with. I'd like to improve it. I've done a lot of improvements on the property, and I think it would be good for the tax base. And my next door neighbor, Brian, he was able to get his done. He has an 8-foot setback. He has the same, I'm kind of mirroring what he's doing, the same garage. And he said, man, you can build right up to the property line for all I care. So, I mean, so anyway, and I was talking to Dave Smith, and he said that he didn't see a problem with density, and I really don't know what that means. So that's out of my pay grade.
The amount of structures on the square footage.
Oh.
It looks
I don't
Be
see a
fine.
problem with the density.
No. I get the wanting to have your push back for the garage, and then there's that well right there. You can't really move that. Where does that land? Where's that well land at next to the shop there?
It would be on the corner, and it would be
Okay. So yeah, no, you'd be really close to it.
it's kind of an obstruction of what I want to do, and I really can't move the well. And also, just being, if you were to actually go out and walk the plan and you'd be able to get a pickup truck in there, I mean, it's going to be really hard, you
Right.
know, so, because it's 30 by 60, 4 bays. And I'm not running a business or anything out of there. It's just a shop, you know. I'm retired. Well, I'm a musician, but I don't have a day job. So, and my son, he came up here, and he's really into cars and stuff, and let's make a shop, work on, you know, father-son thing.
Awesome. Yeah, that well could be the hardship there.
Question, I know you're wanting to put the doors, what I would call south on the layout. What if you move the doors so you could come in off of, what I'm saying is the east? Or
It's Where it
Show me.
says northeast, northwest, southwest.
Yeah, if you,
Because that's the house.
yeah, come in here, put your doors on this end instead of this end, so you had better access.
Well, then I could get maybe one door. I have a 26-foot motorhome that I'd like to, be able to put in there and be able to stay here, and, because of the winter and stuff. I basically live in my motorhome, so I could have it heated and just have a shop. I'm not gonna put any like plumbing or, it's just gonna be a shop. And that 2 feet really makes a huge difference. And, anyway,
Are you putting overhangs on the building?
no,
Okay,
it's a metal building.
right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if, because sometimes they put the, 2-foot soffits and
No,
stuff.
no, none of that. And,
Which, because that's where your measurement would end up going to is the soffit. So I was thinking if you had 2-foot soffits,
yeah, I've been working with Dave Smith, and he's been very helpful with me. I had to get a no-rise certificate. That was $7,500, and I've spent over $20,000 in permits and plans already. So this is really the only thing that's holding me up is getting this approved.
Is that other shop that's next to where your new one, that one's staying?
Yeah, it's really not a shop. It's more of a pole barn,
But the
But I don't think that has anything to do with,
edge of your new one will meet up with.
no,
Or I mean, to be on the same line,
no.
no,
no?
It'd be
no.
2
It's
seven
probably
back.
about a 12-foot gap there, or whatever, between the two.
10
10
7.
feet, yeah. And then there's only so much that I can do with where the culvert is, on the property. I did widen it. It was pretty bad, so I put a new culvert in. That was a lot of work. But like I said, Dave Smith was very helpful, because I'm new up here. I've been up here 3 years, and it's, but I really like this town a lot. Very happy to be here.
Is there any other questions? No?
Sorry, we didn't give you a chance.
Anything from the public?
If I could add one thing, is
Sure.
like I said, my neighbor Brian, I don't know his last name, but good guy. He went through the same process, and he said,
Vansickle?
yeah, and he said that he eventually got his. He got an 8-foot variance on it. He had the same issue that I'm having.
Anything from the public? Is there a motion on the table?
I'd motion to approve.
Have a first for approval
I'll second it.
and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. So you'll have a meeting with city council next
Okay.
up, and Brittany can give you that date.
Great.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Next up on the agenda is consideration for zoning change at 957 Sherman from medium density residential to general commercial.
EPTF Realty SD LLC, Harley Davison, is the owner of the property located at 957 Sherman. The property is described as Fort Meade Addition, lots 35 through 38, Block 3. The property is currently zoned medium-density residential housing. The applicant is requesting a zoning change from medium-density residential to general commercial. The lot is currently empty. The owner wishes to plat 957 Sherman with 1040 Junction Avenue. The property will then be addressed as 1040 Junction Avenue with the future plans to add additional parking for the Harley Davidson store. And Shannon's here if you have any questions, even though he's not really on this one.
You said the lot's currently empty, so they're not taking anything down. There should be no adjustment to property value to affect taxes.
Correct. So if you look at the
This is where they
beacon
put all those
picture,
shipping containers for storage.
I haven't been back there. If I have, I haven't paid attention.
so if you see that back half on that beacon picture there where those storage containers, that's that lot that will be rezoned. And then hopefully they look to here in the next agenda item to replat that into one.
I wasn't sure if that picture was like up to date or not, so.
Yes, yep.
Anything from the public? Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve the rezone.
Have a first? And a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you,
you.
Shannon.
Don't go
Boy, that was
anywhere.
tough. You can't leave.
Can't leave.
Yeah, you gotta stay, yeah.
Yeah.
Next up is the consideration to approve resolution 2024-54 for plat 1040 Junction Avenue.
Okay, Baseline Surveying on behalf of EPTF Realty SD LLC has submitted a proposed plat of Lot 26R of Block 3 in Fort Meade Addition, formerly lots 25 1/2 and lots 26 through 38 of Block 3 in Fort Meade Addition, all located in Northwest 1/4 of the Northwest 1/4 of Section 10, Township 5 North, Range 5 East, Black Hills Meridian, City of Sturgis, Meade County, South Dakota. The purpose is to combine the two lots to possibly add more parking. The address will be 1040 Junction Avenue, and the zoning will be general commercial.
Yeah, Shannon Boston's Baseline Surveying. So this is pretty straightforward, it's just more taking all the property and platting it into one, which makes sense because obviously they have no intention of selling anything off. So it just makes it as a whole, it's cleaner. You know, that way building permits are that much easier to get, you know, have to not go through that process. And then, and again, obviously this goes with the previous one is just to get everything zoned correctly, all in one piece, and then plat it all in one piece, so.
And nothing changed from the last meeting when you guys went over the preliminary plat. The only change is making sure the zoning is the same.
Right. Is there any other questions? Anything from the public? Is there a motion on the table?
I'll make a motion to approve.
There's a first
I'll second.
and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. And then the last one is consideration to approve resolution 2024-58 for plat 543 14th Street.
Baseline Surveying on behalf of Ryan Klima has submitted a proposed plat of Lot 5A1 revised of Block 1. Formerly plat of Lot 5A-1 and Lot 5A-2 of Block 1 of Gender Wilbur Chafee Edition, all located in Northwest 1/4 of the Southeast 1/4 of Section 5, Township 5 North, Range 5 East, Black Hills Meridian, City of Sturgis, Meade County, South Dakota. The intent of the plat is to combine the two parcels into one lot. On June 20th, 2023, Resolutions 2023-29 was approved to divide into the lots 5A-2 to be used for a future home for the applicant's family dwelling, and Lot 5A-1, which had no future plans. A development agreement was presented at the May 1st, 2023 council meeting. Both Klima and council reached an agreement. Klima entered into a contract for deed with George Genter. Nate Jolly is the personal representation of the estate of George Genter. On September 27, 2023, Mr. Klima was issued a building permit to build his home. After further staff investigations, the setbacks did not meet the zoning requirements, and the water, sewer, and driveway also crossed Lot 5A1 to the residence located on Lot 5A-2. The purpose is to replat into one to avoid any other further building issues.
Yeah, so pretty much, Brittany pretty much summed it up. I think when originally his intent was to subdivide that lot to sell it in the future or have a plan that he could. And obviously he started building his house and just kind of fitting in spaces and realized, I need all that space, you know what I mean? So, and I think he has plans for another future building or whatever. So I think it's worked out well, just platting it all back into one. So
on the
because
south side,
obviously
isn't
he wants to utilize that whole space for himself, so,
Don't
Yep.
blame him.
so. Cause yeah, created 3 lots. Cause even the one down below at 58-3 where the mobile homes are, that plat was approved and created 3 lots. And so we're just basically combining the two and reducing that one down to 2 lots total, so.
Is there any other questions? Anything from the public? Is there a motion on the table?
I'll make a motion.
Who wants it first?
All right, yeah, I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there a second? A second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
And thank you, Shannon.
Thanks, Shannon.
That is all the action items on here. Do we have a motion for adjournment?
I'll make the motion to.
Have a first,
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Have a good evening. Thank you.